Welcome back. Week 2 of the Arizona high school football season this week, and that means it's time to take a trip into the Varsity Zone. Luckily, my co-pilot here, Nick King, is here to help guide us through the maze.
Aye, Captain. Let's crunch some scores.
All right, let's crunch those scores. No time to waste. Let's get started with an East Valley clash to Scottsdale. Mountain View visiting Saguaro in Scottsdale. Saguaro senior Mason Bray with the flea flicker. A perfect throw. Nick King called that one. A tight end Siegel Camden for the score. Blocked extra point, 6-0. Saguaro with the lead at home. Mountain View would answer about 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. They tie the game at 7. Then Bray fakes the handoff. Plenty of time, floats it in the corner. Jacoby Spence is there. 13-7 Saguaro. Mountain View answers back. Jack Germain lets it fly to Corindus Poe for the score. Extra point is good. It's 14-13 Toros. Mountain View lines up for a long field goal. It gets blocked. It's blocked. And just see Dickerson scoops it up and scores. That makes it 23-14 Sabercats. They go on to win this thing 44-20, and things get a little heated between these two teams. Our Julia Lopez was there and has more from Scottsdale.
Hey everyone, Saguaro is 2-0 on the season with a 44-20 win over Mountain View. We just saw that. And joining me right now is head coach Zach Hill. Zach, just what did you think of the overall performance?
Well, our guys fought hard. There was a lot of learning lessons in this one. And, I think it goes back. I was telling them at the end of the game just about our core values and buying into those things. It's always great to get a win. And, at the end of the day, it's a long season. So there's a lot to be learned from these early games. And, Mountain View, they're some tough kids, and they had a really good coaching staff. They put together a good ball game here.
And you were talking about discipline to the kids after the game, but also we got to talk about that scuffle in the third quarter. What did you see from the players, and what happened there?
I actually didn't see it, so I saw the aftermath a little bit, and just our guys are reacting on their sideline, and you never know how it really ends up and stuff like that. But we got to be smarter, and we can't get into it.
And there were about a few players that got ejected during the game, and one of theirs, correct?
I think that is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll find out more for next week. And how about linebacker Owen Pimbert? You were awesome out there holding Mountain View to just one touchdown in the second half. Just what is it about this defense that make you guys so stout?
We're just like a family. We're really close. We all know the defense. It's just we all play together. We all play fast. We play for each other. So.
Awesome, and Mason, you were the star of the show out there. Just what did you see out there, and just how much fun is it to play with this offense?
I kind of just tried to take what they gave me. Coach Hill had a really good game plan. Offensive line played great, and I just was playing pitch and catch and just picking what they gave me.
Awesome, and you guys have a huge game next week. Basha, you guys are going to be hosting. It's a repeat of last year's Open Division Championship. Just how excited are you for that opportunity again?
Yeah, extremely excited. Two good football teams going at it early in the year, and it's going to be a good measuring stick for us as a program.
There you go. Calling it Game of the Week. We're going to send it back to the studio.
All right, thank you, Jules. Speaking of Basha, the Open Division state champs hosting the 6A reigning champion Highland Hawks. 15-14 Hawks late in the first half. It's hard to keep track of Damon Williams, but there he is, scoring. Home team up 6 at the break. Would you believe me if I told you it's the same score late in the fourth? Highland
Between
on the
these
move.
two teams?
Yeah. Defense took over. Kalen Fisher to Gavin Priest. Hawks matriculate down the field. Direct snap. Cody Cullimore, the senior running back, follows that big O line, and look at the crowd in the background there. Go crazy, folks. Seriously, the crowd made the trip. The student section in full force, and the two-time defending 6A champs delivered. 22-21, that score will surprise a lot of people.
Our kids kept battling. It made me nervous for a little while. They were lateraling it, and we did what we needed to. Congrats to Basha. That was a great high school football game.
We knew it was going to be a dogfight coming in, and we knew it was going to come down to the last final play. That's exactly what happened. Basha's a good team, and they got some good players, and we got to expect them to make plays, and they did. But the difference is we were able to bounce back, and that's what mattered.
Wow, an upset right there between two defending state champs. One of the favorites to win the Open Division state title this year, Liberty, taking on a North Valley rival, Sandra Day O'Connor. Liberty didn't wait to get the scoring started less than a minute into the first. Navi Bruzon stays in the pocket, takes the hit, but gets the ball to Braylon Gardner in stride. That's a quick 7 for the Lions. And the Lions would tack on 2 more scores then. This one and blows it wide open. This one right here, Bruzon is going to find Chris McKivitz with the deep ball. Liberty leads 28-0 just a few minutes into the second quarter. You get the idea of how this one went. Liberty rolls 49-14 the final.
All right, Mark, I know you were waiting for this one. It's time for the triumphant return of the Kingsman, where we introduce you to a player whose name we think you're going to want to remember. And we're starting this season with Castile senior defensive back Jeremiah J.J. Newcomb, a four-star recruit committed to the University of Oklahoma. J.J., the son of Colts head coach and former Nebraska great Bobby Newcomb, and younger brother of UCLA DB Isaiah Newcomb. So the game is in the blood, clearly. But Jeremiah, the second oldest of four boys, was actually always a basketball star. Dad had to recruit him to play football as a freshman. Shortly after agreeing to give it a shot as a 15-year-old, he was a starter on varsity who had the light turn on when Big Bro ran him over.
You know, I'm like one of the smaller guys. I'm like scared to hit against bigger guys. And there's this one practice, he just flipped the switch for me. Like, he knocked me on my butt, and I didn't like take that. So I started like going out and just flying around because like that just like flipped my anger. I just wanted to go out and hit people.
When you're playing now, how would you describe your style or how you want to play on Friday nights?
Not caring who goes in front of me, I'm just gonna go hit. I love hitting. Like, that's why I play defense. Who's ever in front of me, I'm gonna go hit them. For real.
I always tried to not tell them I played football, you know, and they just kind of found out on their own over time, and they couldn't hide it from them. You know, I always wanted them to map their own path, not try to do what Dad did or anything like that, and wanted them to know I love them regardless of what they did. You know, they could pick whatever, you know, they love doing, and so I wanted them to have that pure joy to doing that.
Can confirm JJ plays with passion, especially tonight. Castile hosting neighbors Queen Creek. Visiting Bulldogs had all the bite early. Sophomore QB Tate Reynolds fools basically the entire defense, nearly untouched, and comes to say hello. We appreciate that. QC 7 love. Colts were 3 and out twice early, but after a muffed punt, they have life. First play, Braden Green takes the quick hitter and sees a lot of green. 45 yards to the 3. And the very next play, Bryce Black bounces outside, cuts inside. We're tied, and it was competitive the rest of the way. Castile, though, would break the last tie of the night, which was 28-all with a score in the final minute, improving to 2-0 with a 35-28 W.
Bobby Newcomb's got it rolling out there to North Scottsdale. Notre Dame Prep at 1-0 on the season, hosting Desert Edge from the west side. 1-1, Notre Dame Prep takes the lead at home. Luke Martin finds Cooper Perry, that's 6. Perry with offers from ASU and U of A. 3 touchdowns tonight, but back come the Scorpions. Arian Thomas right at the middle cuts the lead to 14-6. Desert Edge goes up 35-28, and a late pass on 4th down was incomplete in the end zone for Notre Dame Prep. So Desert Edge goes on the road in Scottsdale tonight and gets the win over the Saints. Heading to glorious Peoria now, where Centennial hosted Corona del Sol. Here's something you don't see very often. The Coyotes of the squib kick. Sean Nikita can't field it cleanly for Corona del Sol. Damon Jenkins is there for the recovery. Centennial takes over the possession. How would they follow that up? How about a beauty of a pass from Kanan Manna and the one heck of a catch? Yes, Ricky Munoz there for the touchdown. Centennial a 38-point lead, and this one was never in question. The Coyotes absolutely mauled the Aztecs. 55-21 the final score.
From the West Valley to the East Valley, the Perry Pumas looking like a force after a 38-point win in Week 1. That was nothing. Hosting Spring Valley out of Nevada tonight. Don Tinsley, all he wants to do is score. The senior is 6'2", 210, and even if you're on his team, you don't want to get in front of him. Pumas from 31 yards out strike first, and they would strike often. Junior quarterback Diesel Taylor.
Love the name.
Fueling Perry with a couple of TD strikes from deep. Colton Coleman hauling that one in. Perry getting a win with what I'm told is the Devils score, 66-6. What goes together almost as well as peanut butter and jelly, Mark? Snowflake and Cactus,
oh, that's
obviously.
Good. That's good.
First quarter. Oh, the interception by Gunnar Greer. Jumped that route cleanly. Snowflake snuffs the drive. They wouldn't get any points off the turnover, but did they get some later in the quarter? Brendan Bryant, downfield, come to Papa. Peyton Papa. 30-yard TD, Lobos 7-0 lead. But the Cobras would strike back. Receiver Nico Boncor Montoya taking the direct snap, and the wide receiver's got an arm. On the money there for Jordan Davis. Cactus led 20-10 at half. They hang on. 20-17 win over Snowflake.
Love those Cactus uniforms, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's take to the skylights. Somebody get the WD-40 because it's a bit creaky in here with ALA Queen Creek taking on Boulder Creek. Early in the first quarter, ALA Queen Queek with the ball. Quarterback Enoch Watson drops back and launches a bomb to Taylor Seal downfield, and he's brought it down to the 15. Great play. Very next play, take a look at this. Watson finds Caleb Scott crossing over the middle. He hauls it in one-handed and gets in the end zone for the first score of the game. Patriots on the road take a 7-0 lead. Still in the first quarter, ALA QC with the ball again, and Watson's on fire. Hits a wide-open Jaden Williams in stride for the touchdown. The Patriots never give Boulder Creek a chance, winning tonight 42-21.
Where's the horse?
That's a good point. They should bring that thing on the road and clean up after it. Hey, back to the sky. Let's head to North Phoenix. Tollison Union making the trip up from south of town to play Pinnacle. The Pioneers jumped out to a 21-0 lead. Looking for more, Wyatt Horton finds his fellow senior Alan Zuckup, his tight end, run through a pair of tacklers to make it 27-0. Tollison would answer. Wolverine running back Tayshawn Howard gets behind his lineman Aaron Christian, and Gabriel Garcia dives in the end zone. But on the PAT, whoa, the snap goes right to the kicker, and it's kind of hard to kick the extra point when you're holding the football, Nick. Pinnacle gets the win at home, 49-19 the final score.